Okay, first grade, we're in the gym, but we're going to be heading outside for a praying mantis safari. It is such a beautiful day out here. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see some praying mantises. Now, when you go on a praying mantis safari, it's important that you move slowly and stop and look closely at different plants. We're going to head over to our rain basins over here. These basins collect the rainwater when we have a rainstorm, and it helps to prevent erosion and flooding. It's really good for our environment that we have these basins. And as you can see, as we approach the basins, there is a lot of plants in the basins. And the praying mantises, they love these plants because these plants draw other bugs. The other bugs are attracted to the different flowers. There's New York ironweed over here. That's that purple plant you see coming up. And then there's a pink plant called Joe Pye weed. We also have this yellow plant, which is called goldenrod. Lots of butterflies and bees, and you can see the butterflies and bees right now. Beautiful monarch butterfly we're coming up on right now. Can you see that monarch butterfly right in front of us? You'll probably also be able to see some bees as I go. Oh, there's another pretty little skipper butterfly right there. It's a little orange. You got to look closely. I'm going to point toward them. Maybe you can see them right there. That's a little skipper. They're very pretty little butterflies. Let's take a closer look at that little skipper butterfly. He's on some New York ironweed. That's the purple flower he's sitting on. Now you're looking at a monarch butterfly on the ironweed. And here is a black swallowtail butterfly. Again, when we go on safari, we'll see more than just praying mantises. At least I hope so. And one final look at a beautiful monarch. Different bugs are attracted to these plants, and the praying mantises, they're going to prey on these bugs. They're going to try to capture these bugs as a meal. So praying mantises, as you know, are really good at camouflaging. It's hard to see them. So as you're moving around, it's important that you move slowly and look carefully. They might look like a leaf. They might look like a twig. It's hard to tell when you find one. It's just also cool seeing all the different butterflies and bees that are out here right now. I see some honeybees collecting pollen to take back to their hive, and they're going to make some honey with that. So you can see some honeybee right in front of me. I hope you can see it. I can see it. He's right in front of me. So as we walk around, yeah, we're looking for praying mantises, but we're also going to see a lot of other things from nature. See some pretty flowers. There's a little pink flower called an obedient flower there. Here's some yellow goldenrod in front of us. Notice I am not moving quickly. I'm just moving slowly, looking as closely and carefully as I can. I haven't spotted any praying mantises yet. Sometimes it takes some time to find one. So we'll keep looking and observing. Hopefully we'll see a praying mantis, but if not, I'm sure we'll see some other cool things. Okay, moving along, moving around the basin. Lots of different type of plants. These green plants right here, these are called sedges. And sedges like water. That's why they're in our ring. Oh, there's another cool butterfly. That's a buckeye butterfly. See him? Oh, he just flew away. Let's take a closer look at that buckeye butterfly. Check out what appears to be eyes on the wings. Those eyes look really cool. That's why it's called a buckeye butterfly. He is sipping nectar from some goldenrod. Scared him. I'm doing a lot of talking right now. There's a bumblebee on the goldenrod out there and a honeybee, both. When I'm actually doing this by myself, I'm not talking as much because I want to be quiet. You know, the praying mantis. Oh, there's one. There's one. I just spotted one. I'm going to quiet down a little bit. Can you see him? He's sitting on top of some goldenrod. Can you see him? Okay, I'm going to move in a little closer. He'll probably start moving away, but maybe not. Okay, now I'm going to reach out toward him. I'm going to reach out. He's turning his head around. He's sort of looking at me right now. Oh, he sees me. He sees me. Can you see him? Praying mantises are awesome at camouflage. He's in the upper middle part of the screen, not far from my hand. Can you see? Oh, he's running away now. There he goes. He's running away. Yep, he ran away. Okay, but that was one. At least we saw our first one, and that was pretty quick. We've only been out here for a couple minutes. It always doesn't happen that quickly, but we will continue. Again, looking at all the different plants, looking for the different shapes. Again, praying mantises are great at camouflaging. They blend in with the different plants. They might look like a leaf or a twig. Sometimes they're brown, but sometimes they're green, and sometimes they're a mix between brown and green, just like plants are. I'm moving back now, because sometimes you'll walk right past them and you won't even see them. So I'm moving back along the path that we just took. Still looking. Oh, there's one of our praying mantis egg stations right here in front of me. The first graders in the Warner Frog Pond last year, we collected praying mantis egg cases. I hope to do that again this year. And we actually put them in these little stations, and the Warner Frog Pond kids made some signs that said, "Please do not touch praying mantis egg cases." So that's that sign you see right in front there. I would love to do that activity again. That'll be a little later on when it gets cooler. Okay, so at least we saw one so far in this basin. I've moved over to one of our other rain gardens a little bit closer to the building. Okay, not many praying mantises here that I can see at least, but there are a lot of other wasps and bees, pollinators, flying and collecting pollen from this goldenrod that we're looking at right now. I hope you can look closely and see all the different bees that are working through the pollen. There's a wasp and a bee right in front of me. Let's take a closer look at some of these wasps and bees as they visit the goldenrod to gather some pollen. Notice that if I don't bother them, they're not going to bother me. Bees generally won't bother you unless you get really close to their nest, and then they're just defending their nest. So that bumblebee has all sorts of pollen on his legs. I don't know if you can see it, but the bumblebee that I'm trying to move up a little closer to, he's got these orange, looks like orange balls connected to his legs, and that's pollen. That's pollen that he's collecting. He'll take that back to his nest, and he'll use that either to feed the baby bumblebees that are forming, or he might eat some himself. So there's a honeybee right in front of me now. He's collecting pollen to go back. So let's move away. No praying mantises here, but a lot of other pollen. Oh, just as I say that, just as I say no praying mantises here, what do I see? I hope you see it. Do you see it? Do you see it? Look closely. I'm moving a little closer to it. Beautiful praying mantis. Beautiful praying mantis. Oh, he's eating a bee. He is actually eating a bee. That's why they hang out here. He's caught a bee. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to get in as close as I can without scaring him, but he's munching on a bee right now. I guess this is his breakfast or early lunch, I don't know which, but trying to get this right in here. He's right in front of me, and he's munching on a bee. I'm going to move this. Oh, whoa, he sees me now. Can you see him there? Can you see him holding that and his front arms. That's looking pretty cool to me. Here on the side of the building now, you can see the gazebo right in front of me, and I've been searching for praying mantises along the side, and I found one. Hopefully you can see this one. It's pretty well camouflaged. I'm gonna lift him up a little bit. He's looking at my hand right now. Oh, there he goes. He's wondering what that big object is. He's in a little vine called Mile a Minute, and it's a little prickly vine. There he goes. Hopefully you can see him starting to move. Okay, we had a pretty good safari. We found 3 praying mantises pretty quickly. This is just practice. We're going to go on a real one together. But when we want to go on that real one, we need to do the right thing, which means we need to move slowly. We need to, not make too much noise, because that might scare them. And finally, we need to really use our best I Spy eyes. Really stop every now and then, look closely, observe everything that's going on. Because again, you'll see a lot of cool things, not just praying mantises. Okay, guys, I better get back in. There's probably a gym class waiting for me, and they'll be angry if I'm late. See you later.